Hey guys, welcome to episode 92 of Two Girls Chirping. I know.
I was like, this is episode.
I am locked in today. I've got contacts in so I can actually see. It's going to be a good episode.
We're filming them kind of out of order, so I just was like, wait, I don't know.
It's my weekend of work and it's, it's a whole thing. So we're filming this early and then you'll get 2 episodes again this week. So episode 91 will be PWHL and NHL content. And then this episode 92, is going to cover episode 3 and 4 of Off Campus.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm Lauren.
I'm Abby.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. Also, the P-Dub is being kind of messy this past week.
P-Dub is messy.
Yeah. Alrighty. We're picking up with episode 3, titled The Orgasm. So, that's what you're in for. I mean, honestly, there really wasn't that much.
Did you do a mic check?
I was checking over here.
Okay. If this is your first out of 2 times now, this being the second that we have talked about Off Campus, Abby has renamed the episode titles because they suck. And she wants to rename them, and that's her right.
Yes.
I have hopped on the bandwagon, so I'll let you do your episode title.
Episode title.
That wasn't.
I'll
that
let
was
you
not.
do your
Justin's
episode
spirit
title.
just came through me. I felt a sudden urge to sing. Where's my leather jacket?
Oh no, are you gonna play guitar at me?
Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. What's your episode title?
As a reminder, I'm renaming each episode, and at the end of each episode recap, we're doing plus, minus, and penalty box for some of our favorite and least favorite moments in each one. My new episode title is From My Boobs to Yours.
Mine is Once You Label Me, You Fucking Negate Me.
Oh my gosh. And you'll get more context on those as we go. Okay, this scene opened. Okay, I was honestly really confused. The scene opened, Hannah's playing piano, working on her song for the showcase. It pans and Justin is there as well. And then all of a sudden, he's playing piano. He cannot stop staring at her mouth, and he's in a new outfit.
I should have known
together. This was a dream.
I originally said Justin Cole outfit count 3. Well, 2, because dream outfits don't count. Because I originally was like, yes, a new outfit.
No. They're playing piano together. She misses a key and she goes, sorry, you make me nervous. And he goes,
again, I should have known it was a dream there.
And then they start making out on the piano. I'm talking stripping in a classroom with a wall full of windows.
Glass.
And I was like,
it's all glass.
Is this a dream?
When he takes his shirt off, it looks like they contoured his abs, but they did way too much. It looked insane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, just let the bod speak for itself, bro. That's too much.
Yeah. Not everybody needs a 6-pack.
Truly. This is a Australian musician. I'm expecting at least a 4-pack because they're just genetically blessed.
They're just
musician in America. I'm expecting nice biceps.
Yeah.
And good hand veins. That's it. I'm
like, it's fine, guys. He doesn't need contoured.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It also wasn't the right shade for him.
Also, I don't know if anybody else is watching Love Island right now, but I am. The Love Island theme song was playing during this scene. I don't know if it's the theme song, but it is very much a Love Island brand song. And that is all I could think about the second it started playing.
I didn't know that. I've only watched the season of Love Island US
with PPG.
Just the best season.
Yeah.
Anything else after that is just trash.
Yeah, that season, nothing has compared.
I've watched a couple of the UK seasons, like Tommy and Molly May.
And
I feel like there was another one that I tried to watch, but...
There definitely was, because I remember you watching it and having me watch it with you when I got home.
Yeah, I didn't finish either one of those, though. That was like a couple day.
That's fair.
And I was like, I'm just not feeling it. Sorry, y'all.
My thing is I've already gotten in the routine of watching it every day but Wednesdays.
Why not Wednesdays?
They don't release an episode on Wednesdays.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, fair.
Vibes. Okay, it is a dream. Spoiler alert. Was it a dream or was it a fantasy? She was on
it's a fantasy. She was trying to. I'm trying to keep this PG.
Yeah.
She was trying to complete a self-assignment.
It was a solo project.
But unfortunately, her first attempt was marked incomplete.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm having a little bit
of actual school.
Of a 1v1 with one of my professors right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I think it was like right after that happened, she gets a text. No. I got a text. She calls Garrett. My notes just don't make any sense.
She wakes up, has it incomplete for the assignment, gets upset with the tools that she used, calls Garrett.
Yeah. Calls Garrett. He's like actively packing a bag. No, she calls him.
Does she? All I remember is the really cute picture of them on the phone. It's neither here nor there.
Yeah, they're on the phone. Garrett is actively packing a bag to go to Hannah's place to study, and she cancels because Justin has decided he doesn't want to write with her. Garrett's obviously disappointed. Now, in the background of Hannah's shot is the freaking Spotify playlist titled Crushing with Justin Cole's face on it that I already was haunted by, but for reasons later on in this episode, I'm even more haunted by now.
It was a bad idea.
It was
first
a bad
of all,
idea.
I'm sorry. That's not a normal thing to do. That's not a normal reaction. You do not put a picture of a real life guy that you're crushing on, that you have contact with, on your Spotify.
I just need to know, was it a public playlist or a private playlist? I hope to God it was private at the time, at least. Garrett literally is not trying to hide his jealousy and disappointment at all, and she calls him out on it. But he gives this such a cheesy line. He may not know it yet, but you're the real catch, so act like it. And I was like, bro, how are we supposed to believe this is a slow burn?
And then the other thing is, Hannah, and y'all know, first of all, I just feel like I need to clarify, because I'm going to talk a lot of shit about him. I don't hold any animosity really towards the actor. No. I simply despise the character assassination to Justin.
Yeah.
That Hannah's over here talking about how he's a talented musician and I just respect him. You've talked to him twice. And between those two conversations, there's been maybe 5 sentences on your end.
Yeah, and almost every single conversation that we have seen is just horrible to get through.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they're trying to force you to believe that Hannah likes this man, but I'm just not buying it.
There's
no build up and they have no chemistry.
No chemistry. That's exactly what I was about to say. They have no chemistry. And I don't know if it's a bad directing job or what. It just I just don't like it.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, which I know we're not supposed to support them together anyways, but like, yeah, I don't even fully believe that she likes him.
I don't believe that she likes him. I don't know what she thinks she likes about him. Truly. He's
hot.
Yeah, he's hot, but...
And they have similar interests, which in the book, they really didn't.
Yeah. Well, in the book, he's a completely different character, but I'll get to that later.
In the book.
I have brought the ancient text with my bookmark.
So then we cut to the hockey house. Garrett and Hannah just hung up the phone. He's coming downstairs. Dean is playing air hockey with 2 girls, which is just like an interesting... Also, he lost. And Jules had a line where they were like... Dean DeLaurentis just lost to a girl, and Dean goes, she's not a girl, she's a person in a girl's body.
Keep in mind, Tucker's making like a 5-course meal in the kitchen.
Tucker's making salmon, no keto, no carbs, nothing in the kitchen.
Tucker and Abby have the same salad spinner.
Yeah, we do. It's true. I love Tucker. I love the Tucker in this show.
I love him too.
Tucker
so
in the
much.
book is great too, but as we have covered in last episode, which was only just a few days ago, I am reading his book and I'm like, I just hate the plot lines of it. Anywho, anytime Tucker's on screen, I'm like,
but also, does Jules live at the house? Like,
no.
Why are they always there?
There's always people there though. There's always just like random people there.
And I guess that is real life accurate, I'm assuming.
College.
But again, my beef with the character of Jules is that they just they give us nothing. They give us nothing. Like, there's no background. I don't feel connected to that character. I don't feel like I know anything about that character.
They really didn't
other than
build
the
up a
one
character.
plot device that they serve. And that's so lame.
You make a good point. They really haven't built up Jules's character. Like, we don't have any background other than
we're halfway through the season.
Their
we don't
Logan
know
sibling.
We don't know anything about them.
Although I will say, I think it was episode 4, Jules spoke absolute facts to Logan.
Oh, I'll get.
And I was like, love that. Okay, we get our first Liquid IV ad placement.
I said, okay, Liquid IV sponsorship. Chill out. I'm hydrated.
Now, I have been on the off-campus side of social media. Lauren really hasn't. I knew that Liquid IV was going to be an insufferable sponsor of the show. I just hadn't seen it up until this point.
The only sponsors I had really noticed were Nike, because it is so in your face.
Nike and Hydro Flask.
Oh yeah, how could we forget?
Let us not forget the Hydro Flask that fell from the sky down every single mountain on the way down
for an obnoxiously long time, mind you.
I think it's still falling.
And I can actively hear and see the scene in my head.
Yeah, so Garrett comes downstairs to try to study, even though Jules, Logan, Tucker, Dean, and 2 random girls that we don't know yet are down there. He's like, oh, let me sit on the couch and study. Also,
it was Garrett, so main character of him.
Garrett and one of the girls share like a look. I was like, oh no, Garrett's about to do some whoring around, isn't he?
They don't share a look. He
reciprocated. He said...
He reciprocates later. I didn't see initial, because he came downstairs to throw a pity party about himself and be a little main character for a moment. And be like, I can't study down here. In this very active house scene that I inserted myself into.
That was my main note.
And he didn't even eat the bowl.
He didn't eat the salmon and salad that Tucker made him. Tucker, I would never do that to you.
It looked so good, too.
Oh my God.
Also, salmon in this economy...
Crazy.
I mean, you better just slip him a quick 50, because that's what you owe him for emotional damages and negligence.
And bring me the salmon while you're up. Bring me that bowl. Yeah, he gets up. He's like, I'm trying to focus, guys. But we get the context behind the Liquid IV. Liquid IV is trying to sponsor him. Or Liquid IV does sponsor him. They want to do a commercial with him and his dad. And he's like beefing about it. Whatever. They sent big box. More on that to come. He storms out. I don't get why he thought that would be a good place to study. But he did.
Because I told you he wanted to throw a temper tantrum. And also the privilege of Garrett Graham, who is, aside from Dean, the only person in that house that has money.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to do a commercial with my dad. It's not worth it. There's no amount of money in the world.
Yeah, meanwhile, because you have the money.
Well, his friends also don't know the history, the real relationship between him and his father, number one. But number two, knowing that they don't know that, you just look entitled. Mm-hmm. Like, your privilege is showing, my guy. Those curls don't fool me.
Those curls don't fool me. We're at the actual Hannah and Justin songwriting session this time.
Do you mean Brer Are You, the musical? Because that's what I'm renaming their storyline to.
Really?
It is literally... Okay, let me go off for a second. Okay. This is literally 2 different shows in one. Like, the singing has a completely different storyline, feel, song, just overall vibe than the actual book story that they're supposed to be conveying.
No, it does.
Like, it is crazy how different it is. Completely takes me out of it. I feel like I don't even really know If you told me that every time that Hannah has a flashback to her trauma, she's just hallucinating her interactions with Justin, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. That explains why there's a completely different atmosphere around that relationship.
Well, what if they do kind of try to flip that?
Girl, this is Amazon. I've seen their work. I've seen what they've done with these characters. They couldn't come up with that.
Yeah, so here's my thing.
I just don't care and I just don't like it.
I just don't care about their scenes. I don't think they've got chemistry. I'm like, okay, I really don't care. They could really take the Justin and Hannah storyline and make it the actual, like, Hannah and Garrett tutoring that is spoken about but never seen.
Exactly.
I'm fine with that.
So much of Hannah and Garrett's relationship develops in their tutoring sessions, and we're just getting scraps of that. Like, it doesn't make sense. Their emotional vulnerability with each other and their connection with each other that they're conveying, the actors are, because when were we supposed to buy into this?
When she's doing scenes with Justin.
20% of the time they're allowing them to have banter and personality with each other. The other 50% is just talking about sex and Justin and all this, and then the remainder is just them being just traumatized nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. They're listening to the songs. She's playing. She doesn't even play it. She like gives Justin her sheet music, and she's like, "It probably sucks." And he says, "It might suck. It might not. It's a process." And he lingered after it might suck, and I was like, I might like this character now. And
I liked him more in this episode, I guess.
I mean, I guess.
The bar's in hell, though.
I just, like, don't really feel the need to have that character there.
They didn't need to do everything they're trying to do. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, what is interesting to me is he's like, will you sing it for me? And she's like, I'm not a singer. Girl, that ain't true.
Girl.
Look at your social media. Also, why are you humming every 5 seconds if you're not a singer? And he asks what she thinks, or no. She asks him what he thinks the song is about. To which I'm like, girl,
a theme emerges for the episode.
You need to know what your song should be about.
She doesn't.
And long story short, the whole like scene is her just not feeling confident about the song and really wanting him to define it. Like, she's always like, well, I think it's about this. What do you think? I think it might. I'm like, girl, get up.
Truly.
He takes a song with her, or with him. They leave. We cut to Allie and Sean in the shower. She has been approached by Joanna Maxwell, which is Beau's sister's agent, who wants to sign her.
Joanna Maxwell mentioned.
Joanna Maxwell! And Sean is throwing himself a little pity party. He's like, but I thought the plan was for us to go to Vermont and me to be an insurance broker and you to be my wife.
I'm pretty sure that it was like his dad's insurance company too, right?
That sounds right. From the book, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And she's like, this is my dream. Like, I want to do this. And he says, what are the odds of you actually making it?
Sean, what were the odds of you pulling a baddie like Allie? Let's talk about...
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Sean being surprised that a theater major didn't want to move to Vermont to star in a summer musical once a year and be Mrs. Sean. Now, no one tell Noah Khan. I don't know anything bad about Vermont, but I know that Allie's not meant for it.
He doubled down on it. He said, I thought you'd outgrow all of this.
Which is just crazy.
And then he goes, I didn't mean it like that. I'm getting cold. Can we talk about this later? Are you done? And she says, no, I'm not. And I was like, yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Here's my note.
Sean is valid in his feelings for what he wants his life to look like, but that is not compatible with Allie. And
no, not at all.
He does the classic like gaslight and validate.
Yeah. And
deflect.
Meanwhile, he's asking her to give up everything she's dreamed about that's at her fingertips to go be a wife to him in Vermont, someplace she has been outspoken that she doesn't want to go to, supposedly.
She's from New York. Like, I'm sorry. I don't like that man.
Yeah. Okay, so Hannah is pulling up to the hockey house to tutor, or I don't even know, study with Garrett at their rescheduled time.
I don't even remember seeing the rescheduled time. Maybe it was in the initial phone call.
It was in the phone call. She was like,
Okay.
I can't do it at this time. Can I come over at this time instead? And he was like, yeah, sure. Key point, he said, yeah, let's do it then. Logan's outside of the house and helps bring her bike up onto the deck. And they have a cute little conversation. They honestly had such cute banter. I was like, why do I like their banter?
I loved their banter.
Yeah,
Loved it.
She used to have a Subaru. He worked on her car like a year ago, and Subaru's gone now.
Blueberoo? Was that the name?
Blueberoo.
The Blueberoo.
The Blueberoo. And
Rip.
he's just like low-key a handyman around campus. He was like, well, if you ever need any help with anything, just like let me know. I can fix it.
They have a fun, like, middle class, lower class time about like, oh, I have 3 jobs for minimum wage.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm going to do this task for like $2 an hour. And they have a very cute moment. But then I remember Logan remembers fixing Hannah's car one time in freshman year, allegedly 3 years ago, but he never talked to her. And now he wants to be a yearner. Be fucking for real, my guy. Be so for real. I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah. I have a note. His voice, specifically in this scene, reminded me of Jess from Gilmore Girls. And honestly, their banter very much gave Jess and Rory.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang.
Which they do let Hannah and Garrett, when they do let them banter,
Yes.
that is when they have the most chemistry. Like,
100%.
I buy in.
Yeah.
Let them do it more.
Let them banter. Let the people banter.
The banter is banter. What are you so scared of?
Yeah. And then Hannah goes up to Garrett's room to study, and he's actively going down on a girl.
He is actively studying a different assignment.
Yeah. She runs out of the house. Understandably, he follows her shirtless, of course, and she's like,
no, he's in joggers with flip-flops
and no
I'm
shirt.
sorry, slides, just in
shirtless though.
I'm like, really? That's the first thing you could throw on? That's the first thing you saw? Joggers are not easy to get into. Like, that's not just like a
loose though.
I don't know.
You're thinking about leggings. Joggers are easy to get into.
I just wanted to talk shit about his outfit. That's really it.
That's
It's not
fair.
easy.
That's
It's
valid.
not as easy as just your normal pants.
I mean, that's probably what he had there. It's what he had just taken off. Honestly, I don't even think he was naked. I'm pretty...
I think he was just shirtless. I don't know. Doesn't
Anyways, he follows her out of the house. She's like, what the hell? People are supposed to think we're dating. You're actively going down on a girl. You're not taking this deal seriously. And he owns up to it and apologizes, which is hot, and acknowledges that he messed up, invites her to come back inside. She's like, you literally have a girl in your room right now. I'm not coming back up there. And they reschedule. Plus, Justin texts and was like, I have some thoughts on this song. Do you want to come meet up? Talk about your song?
Direct quote.
Yeah. And I wish that she had just gone upstairs with Garrett, because this next scene was war crimes. They're at Hannah's place. He's playing her song for her on the guitar. Now, Lauren and I have this theory. Men that play guitar at you. Men that play piano for you. There's stark difference. And it was giving he's playing her song at her.
It mostly stemmed off of the Barbie movie.
100%.
Giving us the affirmation we needed. Because I've never had a man play a guitar for me. It's always at me.
It is always at me. Anyways, he's playing guitar at her and singing her song that he has added lyrics to. He's basically just telling her what the song should be, and he's not like other boys is the next note I have. I don't know why. She grabs the laptop to upload the file that he just like recorded, to upload it to her computer, right? Sits down on the bed next to her. him, opens her laptop, and what is on her laptop but the Crushing playlist with Justin Cole's face on it.
Look, I said, well, right before that, they had mentioned Phineas and Billie Eilish. And I was like,
they
Phineas mentioned love. And then immediately after, I was like, oh my God, Hannah, I told you not to make Justin the freaking Crushing playlist cover photo, you psycho.
He sees it, immediately kind of grabs his stuff and is like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta go anywhere but here, and leaves.
And if I was him, I would block Hannah on literally everything and never talk to her again. And that would be justified.
It would be such a turn off. I don't understand how that didn't happen because in this situation.
Also, keep in mind, I don't know if it makes it better or worse. The playlist is,
oh my God,
all his songs. She even went down into the depths of the basement and found his like high school stuff.
Yeah. I wanted to crawl into my skin.
It makes me so uncomfortable still just thinking about it.
So she, of course, is having a freak out, which I felt like was completely valid. She like is hiding her laptop and then pulls it back out and is spiraling, trying to figure out what to text him, to apologize. Ends up deleting the playlist. And then
appropriate.
And then recovering the playlist.
She lost me there.
And renaming it LOL JK.
It doesn't make it better, girl. Like, what on God's green earth?
Yeah, she also couldn't go to sleep, which I feel like is fair. So what does she do?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep either. I'd be like, I have to drop out of school.
So what does she do? She decides to try to take the one-way train. I don't know where I was going with that.
She tries.
You're better at that.
She tries to complete her newest assignment.
Which is by reworking that whole playlist memory into something.
She said, I'm going to turn this evil into good.
She tries. And then halfway through, Justin turns into Garrett.
Which, facts. I literally was like, wait a second. I know that. I know that
back tattoo.
I know that tramp stamp. And again, they contoured Justin's abs too much.
They did.
Let them speak for themselves.
Yeah. I'm like, it is fine if he doesn't have abs too. I'm pretty sure he does, but it's fine. Like, just stop, please.
It doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
It would, though, if he was a D1 football quarterback like he's supposed to be. He's not a quarterback. That's Bo Maxwell. He's a football player.
Yeah, he plays.
I think he's got, I don't know what position, and I don't really care. Because in this position, he plays guitar.
Was he safety? I don't even know. That's like one of the only football positions I know. I'm not a football person.
I mean, I know the positions. I just don't know which one he played. Currently, he plays the role of leather jacket guitar playing guy.
He's pretentious, Ken.
He's not even rude. I just don't like the character.
He's not. I just don't. Yeah, exactly. I just don't like the character. Okay. It cuts to her and Garrett studying before class. He's trying to cram because, you know, they haven't had a chance to study between the Justin and the girls of it all. And she gives him well, if you're scared, just look at me and try to convince me.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
To me, it's honestly on brand for her after the playlist. Yeah. I'm like, sure, whatever, anything goes here. Yeah. We don't have a good thought process. We're just ping-ponging around, trying new things.
He spins the wheel of fortune to figure out what philosopher he has to argue. And that wheel lasted so long. And of course, it landed on the one that he doesn't feel comfortable about. And he's sucking it up in his little speech. And then he looks at Hannah.
Also, keep in mind, the professor has made this fun. It's spin the wheel, which lasts way too long. But she is like, okay, tell me about this philosopher, what they would think about ghosting. Like, she makes it modern. Like, Jesus Christ. How the woman's trying to connect with you students. Yeah. Give a little. I'd fail you all, too. I would love her class.
Honestly, I feel like I would, too. But yeah, he's sucking it up, and then he looks at Hannah, and suddenly, once again, she gives him the courage to complete the assignment. literally this time. Literally. And goes on a whole spiel about ghosting. And this is the... Once you label me, you fucking negate me.
Which is like his mic drop. Keep in mind, people are like sitting up in their seats. Like girls are just like...
It's like people
They're acting like this man has had an original thought.
Yeah. Class ends. He gets a B+. They're celebrating. Justin walks by and she's like, oh no. Justin saw me celebrating with you.
He also saw y'all cuddled up like 2 days ago.
He also saw your playlist dedicated to him. But he gives a little wave.
Which is, I did not understand it.
I would personally drop that class.
So are we just going to act like we didn't see it? Like, is that what we're doing here?
That's what it seems like. And Garrett's like, you need to chill out. You need to stop, like, being so thirsty for him, essentially. And it says the quote, hey, fangirl, start thinking like a fuckboy. Ghost his ass.
Which is...
fair.
I love it.
Yeah. And so now she's
honestly,
having flash...
he had bars with that. He was still tapped in.
He was looking at her.
Yeah.
It was just coming out off the dome.
The man just speaks philosophy, but he makes it modern.
He's basically a philosopher now.
Mm-hmm.
And give it 100 years and they're going to be talking about the great philosopher Garrett Graham.
G, if you will.
G. I need to be stopped. Yeah. And now it's karaoke night. Well, there's a scene between Hannah and Allie first where she's like, Hannah's picking out an outfit. She's going through Allie's wardrobe, which they have very different
bodies.
Yes. Both gorgeous and stunning, but my boobs would never fit in a top of yours.
Look, Allie loans her a corset and says from my boob to yours. Respectfully, there was no way that Hannah's boobs were fitting in that. Like, there's just no way.
The specific quote was, my slut top, take it, from my boobs to yours.
It just, I'm sorry, like, Hannah got Allie's portion down there and then some. Like, they're just not, no. Just no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, y'all just aren't fitting in the same tops, and that's fine. I will say it was very cute and honestly very realistic for roommates. Hannah was wearing Allie's red jacket from the block party she wore to karaoke.
Yeah, I mean, like, swapping clothes is totally fair.
Yeah. There's just, like, some things that I'm like...
Like, we cannot swap jeans.
God, no. I can't fit my... freaking calf in your jeans.
Okay, I was going more for leg length, but
I mean that too. They'd be shorts on me.
We just have very different body types, and there's nothing wrong with that. We can share some things, but we're not sharing pants, and there's no way that they were sharing a corset.
We could probably no, we couldn't share corsets because we have the same corset in 2 different sizes. Period. And that's on girlhood. Anyways, then Allie levels with Hannah on the whole Sean conversation. She's not going to go to karaoke. And Hannah's like, what? You literally never miss karaoke. Come out. You're coming out with me and we're celebrating you. And I was like, yeah.
Which also in the book, Malone's does do karaoke.
Yeah, they do.
Malone's in the book, Malone's is just a bar, not the like merger that they've done in this Amazon show where it's a freaking diner, bar, and does karaoke.
True story. And then this was my favorite little segment of scenes thus far in the show. It immediately cuts. Allie is giving her all to Take Me or Leave Me. The best part about this is she wasn't great. She was a little bad. She was a little bad, and that's how karaoke should be. Mm-hmm. If you are good at karaoke, it's not karaoke, it's just a concert. And it makes it less fun for everybody else.
And Allie's a performer.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, she was performing.
I loved it. I don't even like reading the words as Justin sings them, but I would listen to Allie sing again.
Absolutely. Dean is clapping.
Yeah, of course
Allie and Dean encounter, and Hannah's like, I'm not gonna sing. Garrett basically is like, okay, Hannah, look, if you want to drink in public, I will look out for you and I will stay sober. Like, if you want to, like, I'm gonna protect you.
I'm glad you bring this up, because in the book, there is no joint birthday party from Dean and Bo. Bo's party was going to be on a Saturday, which ruined Dean's. So they had Dean's birthday party at Malone's on karaoke night on a Monday night because they only had weight training the next day. So they were like, we can get wasted and there's no consequences. So Hannah goes to the bar with Garrett and the boys because Garrett was getting his grade then. So that they were either going to celebrate together or commiserate together. So she goes, he gets his like B+ or whatever. They hug, they have like a really beautiful moment, whatever. And wait a minute. No. That was the original plan. But then in class, he gets his grade early from the professor. It's a B+, whatever. They have a hug in the hallway. It's beautiful. And he's like, okay, come to boys' night with me. We'll celebrate. And I want you to drink. Like, I'll be DD. I got you. Say less. Like, I don't want to pressure you. I know you're not an alcoholic or whatever, but I'm willing to be your DD. Don't worry about anything. And she agrees. And then either right before that or right after, she had been having like a moment with Justin where he was trying to ask her out and then eventually just like did flat out ask her out. And then they went to the bar.
Oh my God, you're right.
Because also at the bar, Hannah gets a little wasted on pina coladas, which is so accurate. And then at one point, they dance in the bar when a song, his mom's favorite song, gets played on the jukebox by some like local drunker who is only playing Black Sabbath. And then to add to it, none of this is in the show, but to add to it, they dance. Garrett has to go to the bathroom to pee, whatever. Hannah is wasted. She's having the time of her life. She turns around, her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend are there. They have a very awkward encounter. Then she starts crying. Cue Garrett to come back. And he is like, what is going on? She's like, nothing. I'm having so much fun. I'm so much fun. Goes straight to the bar and gets wasted. They leave the bar. They go to the house. It's like 2 a.m. They're still drinking. Garrett cannot keep Hannah down. He keeps trying to send her home and send her to bed and whatever. She's not having it. He finally...
Let's stop there because the rest of it does happen later in this show.
This is the last little bit of it.
Okay.
Finally, he gets her up to his room and like changes her into a t-shirt, tucks her into bed, and that's that. None of that is what happens in the show. So that's why they were at the bar.
Yeah. Okay, back to the show bar. He's like, if you want to drink. That's fine. I'll stay sober. I'll look after you. And they go on a search to figure out what type of drink she wants to have. And she settles on a pina colada. 4 pina coladas later, she delivers the line, yummy. And I was like, oh,
drunk Hannah is so cute. That actress played
God.
being tipsy and drunk one of the most lovable ways I've ever seen.
Yes. Yeah. Then we come back to Allie. She is standing in line for the ladies' bathroom, ranting about the Sean situation to every girl there, which is honestly giving white girl wasted. Like...
But that is normal. And honestly, those bathroom girls are not girls because
they're not.
I have never been in a bar bathroom line where the vibes have been that poorly. Like, we are all up in everyone's business, and it is very much, yes, girl, welcome to the sisterhood. Let's lift you up. Fuck that man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those girls were giving her nothing.
You ever wonder why all the girls go to the bathroom together? It's because we want to have conversations like that and lift each other up, not so we can judge each other. Anyways, I wish I was in line for that bathroom. I would have been like, girl, dump his ass and let's go get a drink.
I believe I wrote dump Sean forever. Yes.
It even cuts, like, she is airing this out to everyone. It cuts to her in the bathroom stall too, still complaining, and she's like, I mean, it's gotta mean something. We keep getting back together. That's gotta mean something, right? Girl, no. It just means that y'all keep settling for each other. A random voice chimes in and is like, my mom also taught me to, like, value myself and love my body. And they come out of the stalls and they're like, oh my gosh, hey girl.
Like, they're having a true girl experience in the bathroom.
That is what it's like to be drunk in the girls' bathroom of a bar. In walks Dean.
Out from a stall.
Out from a stall.
He was in the stall with that girl.
Yeah, he was in the stall with the girl that ended up being the girl's girl. And they were hooking up in the stall. And Allie's like, who even hooks up in the girl's bathroom? And then she turns to the girl and she goes, oh, not you, sweetheart. You're an angel.
Yes.
She says, sorry, not you. You're a sweetheart. And then leaves. And so girl's girl.
Yeah, because Dean's like, I don't think that relationship's lasting long. And she's like, get out of here. This is a sacred space.
This is a sacred space. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what she called it. Was a sacred space.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have sweet old Tucker back out in the bar singing karaoke, specifically Say a Horse Ride a Cowboy.
Which is true. I've never been at a karaoke night, which granted we live in the South. I've never been at a karaoke night where that doesn't get sang at least twice.
Yeah. My note on that, I need him biblically.
I love him so much. They need to give him more of a plot. Yeah. Something.
Please change the plot line.
Your time will come. I'm adding him to the list, but you're going way below Bo because that is top priority to me. Yeah. Are you going to talk about the liquid IV?
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. I didn't organize it super well, this scene.
That's fine. Hannah is drunk at the bar, specifically the bar. Garrett is there sipping his water. Logan walks up and she goes, Logan, you fixed my car. And turns to Garrett and goes, he fixed my car. And Garrett was like, you have a car? And she goes, no.
How everything about that scene, this compilation is my favorite part of the show so far.
Ditto. That's
by a landslide. Because when you let them have a personality and banter, they're cute, and I buy in.
Yes. Cue Jules to come up with, you guessed it, a liquid IV for Garrett.
Naturally.
Why does he start chugging it? He they make a whole ordeal about it, and he starts chugging the glass of liquid IV.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Drunk Hannah offers her opinion on it. Oh, she's like, you shouldn't do the ad with your dad. You should do it with Logan. And she says, nobody wants to see Oldie Mick Old Fuck Has Been. What is that?
Oldie Mick Old Fuck Has Been.
Yeah, there you go. You said that much smoother than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speech therapy worked better, I guess.
You went to it longer, so I hope it would.
True.
Yeah. Hannah starts singing. She sings Cherry Pie. Now, I did not put this together until Lauren said something while we were watching it. That is the song that was playing when she walked in on Garrett when they were supposed to be tutoring earlier. Mm-hmm. And that is just iconic.
He picked the song, mind you.
He picked the song?
He picked the song.
Ew.
Yeah, there's layers to that.
I feel different about that now.
The layers start with I and end with K. In the middle is a big C for ick.
I was like, okay. I don't know a word that ends with K and begins with I. And Garrett is such a freaking simp for her. Just immediately. Logan, first of all, Logan's face pops up as he's watching Hannah sing. And Lauren just goes, shut the fuck up, Logan. Man said nothing.
He didn't have to. His face was saying enough.
Yeah, and Jules thought the same thing because they walk up to him and say, it's nice to see Garrett so into someone, right?
Jules is not, they're not giving their brother a single centimeter.
No.
They are like, I'm onto you, I see you. And also in the book, Garrett noticed from day one, but he didn't address it until it became like a bigger issue later in the show.
Yeah, which
like
Garrett should have just addressed it day one. Mm-hmm. He should have just been like, hey.
Well, neither one of them really want to be honest about their feelings for each other. So
that's very, very fair. Yeah. Next scene. The scene pack was great there. I just love Allie. I'm sorry, she's stealing the show.
I'm not sorry.
Even before this point, she was stealing. Yeah, even before like her and the Dean, she was stealing the show. Garrett is driving her home. They're sitting in silence, and it was the most uncomfortable silence I've ever heard of. And then Allie just like pops up out of the back seat, and I had the biggest jump scare.
It's silent, but they're both, like, the sexual tension is just shimmering.
Yeah,
like, they both are just halfway to Hornsville.
They also both reached for the air at the same time and gasped.
Hannah audibly gasped.
She said,
this is a girl who has no qualms about putting a real life picture of a real man that she sees and interacts with on a Spotify playlist and doesn't even exit out of that when she knows that he's coming over. But that button.
It's different because she has real feelings for Garrett and she just likes the idea of Justin.
Valid.
Yeah. So Allie jumps up. She forgot her purse in the bar, and therefore they don't have the keys because the bar is closed. So they stay at the hockey house. Allie sleeps on the couch, which you pointed out
in the book. In the book, that's not a safe space.
No. In the book, Garrett was like, you're not sleeping on the couch. There's about to be 3 drunk guys walking in. I don't think they would do anything, but I don't want to test it.
Yeah, like I would never want to put you in a position.
Yeah.
Where that would even be like, a question.
Hot boy shit.
Which in the book, Allie's never there. This is just a thought he has about Hannah.
I also
what
said
he says to Hannah.
In this point where Allie's sleeping on the couch, I wondered if this is where Allie and Dean's story begins in the show. I know technically they already danced at the party, but if you've read the books, like that seems like the spot. I don't know if we're getting Allie and Dean this season for real, or if they're just like hinting at it and next season's going to be like layered on top of this one.
Well, I'm being successfully clickbaited.
I am too. I'm going to keep watching.
He's clapping at her from a couple booths over as she's performing. I'm like,
yeah, they're in love.
When's the wedding?
I'll be there.
Give them to me now.
I'll be there and I'll be best dressed. Yeah, and Garrett's like making sure Allie's fine on the couch. He starts walking upstairs. What is this? A trail of Hannah's clothes. He opens the bedroom door. She's sitting on his bed.
First of all, he's walking and picking up her clothes. The man has such a serious face. He looks like he is literally about to walk down a wedding aisle.
Yeah. No, he did. And the bouquet is her clothes.
The bouquet is her corset.
Anyways, he opens the door. She sat on his bed in his jersey.
She looks like an angel.
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
Looks so cute.
And
those are her colors. She attempts to seduce him.
Yeah, she attempts to seduce him. She goes, I found something to sleep in.
Riz. She could never with Justin.
She's attempting to seduce him. He's like, no, you're drunk. We're not doing this right now. And like pats the bed for her to lay in it. And the little bed pat, I was like,
that's really cute.
That's cute. Yeah, he very much is like, I'm not hooking up with you. You are drunk. No, this is just not happening right now. And she wakes up the next morning, not hungover, which is crazy to me.
She was like 6 pina coladas deep.
Which she's
the
young.
Sugar alone.
Yeah, but she's also like 22.
No, she's 20 in the book. They're both 20 in the book.
Okay, yeah, then I used to drink and not feel a thing the next day. I really didn't start getting hangovers until literally the day I turned 25.
Girl, we ain't got to talk about...
The day I turned 25, something shifted in the universe, and they were like, oh, you've unlocked a new level. It's called hangovers.
I'd been suffering from hangovers at that point since way too young. We don't have to get into that.
That's fine.
To be fair, I didn't know how to drink responsibly.
Yeah.
You know.
She wakes up to a text from Justin inviting her over to work on the song because his roommates are gone.
Will be gone later.
Just
keep in mind it's like 7 a.m.
Literally the ass crack of dawn.
That man woke up, saw his roommates were gonna leave, and said, "Bring my playlist while you're at it."
I gotta text my stalker. Hang on.
I know how to set the mood. I got some sweet jams. It's called Crushin' on Spotify.
It's a handsome man on the front cover. And Garrett wakes up and she's sitting there with a cup of coffee just like, good morning. And he's taking like 2 sips of this coffee and she's like, I want you to have sex with me.
Which in the book, she started kissing him to wake him up in the morning.
Yeah, it's true.
I think that would have been more fun, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And everything that happened after that I'm about to cover was different in the book versus the show. Yeah. But that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, it literally cuts when she's like, I want you to have sex with me. Episode cuts. Plus minus penalty box.
My plus was the one-liners in this episode. Specifically, once you label me, you fucking negate me, and Oldie McOldfuck has been. Those are just bars.
My plus was Allie's drunk bathroom scene.
Yeah, fair.
I felt seen there.
My minus was, I said, why is this show half musical? It's so odd to me.
My minus was karaoke night. I hate when someone talented does karaoke, aka Hannah.
She did do the compassionate thing, which is wait until the end of karaoke night to sing, because you want to let all the bad people get through it and actually have a fun time before you start showing them out.
That's fair. Because nobody wants to follow up somebody that's talented.
God, no.
My penalty box was Liquid IV.
My penalty box was Justin seeing Hannah's cringy ass playlist and then giving her a what's up next day.
Why didn't I put that as... I didn't put that as mine. I think I genuinely blocked that out of my memory.
That's fair.
Okay.
Episode 4. I have titled it, I Will Protect This Fruit.
I have titled it Dignitized.
Happy Pride.
Oh my god, the fruit. I just caught yours. Sorry. I don't have a favorite, clearly.
Okay, so... let me put my hair into sports mode.
Sports mode.
All right, loves. So the episode starts immediately where it cut off.
Wait.
So
I actually have a note before then.
Okay.
They popped up a essay trigger warning. The font could not have been smaller on it.
It was essentially the Red Wings. We support. Everyone watches women's hockey shirt.
That's exactly what I thought of. It was
I
so
couldn't
tiny.
read anything other than rain, and that's because it was all caps.
Yeah, all caps, underlined, bold. But that was it. Anyways, into this.
So Garrett is not being awoken with kisses, so already a bit of a bummer for him. He's getting awoken with what seems to be the fastest cup of coffee ever made on the planet, so you know it's trash. And she's out here talking about, will you have sex with me? And then he's like, what are you talking? What is happening right now? It feels like a trap, but I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
And that's how it was in the book. He was like, I don't understand, and this doesn't make any sense. I need whatever the background is here. Give me some context.
Yeah.
Well, in the book, she told him that she had a friend who got drugged and sexually assaulted in high school. That's why she doesn't drink. In the book, she continues that, and he's not having it. And then she finally is like, I can't remember what lie she makes up, but eventually it comes out, and she's like, okay, that friend was me. That friend was me. I've never been able to self-complete. I've never been able to turn in that assignment by myself. Well, I can turn it in by myself, but it doesn't go well with a group project.
Not good working
They're
with
not matching my energy, and they're not putting in the work I need them to. So can you please tap in physically and help a girl out? In the show, she just comes right out with it and starts airing out the whole situation. And she's like talking about her therapist. Yes, Carol mentioned her therapist and how great she was and how like it doesn't define her. She knows that. She knows her worth, all this.
Which is how she was in the book, but
it is how she was in the book. It is also completely different than how they portrayed her to be in her journey in episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Completely different. I was like, oh, so at this point, this show just has dissociative identity disorder. We've got 4 different personalities going on. Nothing's matching up. Don't fact check anything and just buy in. Buy in and drink some Liquid IV and enjoy the ride. How about that?
Drink some Liquid IV out of your Hydro Flask while you're lacing up your Nikes.
Also, keep in mind, this man has had literally 1 sip of coffee.
Yeah.
And she is opening the floodgates.
It did make me chuckle a little because this is so like...
His facial expressions were amazing.
Well, I was she says, I'm going to tell you something really heavy and you're going to want to dwell on it, but you can't. And then proceeds to trauma dump on him, which it trauma dump, but it was also valid. I, for some reason, thought that in the book she did tell him.
Not initially.
Oh.
He just kept calling BS on her, and then that's when she was like, it was me. I was the friend.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
yeah.
Then he freaks out, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But in the show, he is like, you're my friend and you need me. So yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And at that point, I forgot all about Dean and Allie for that specific moment. I was like, okay, I'm back in.
No,
so
it was a good moment. She also was like, nobody knows, not even Allie.
Yeah.
Only you.
Which in the book is true.
Yeah.
Like, Allie also got fed the same line about the friend.
Yeah,
which is her right.
Allie also kind of knew. She just didn't ask Hannah to confirm it. Because I do remember later on in the book, Hannah tells her, like, the friend was me.
Yeah.
And Allie was like, I knew the friend was you. I just didn't think you were ready to tell me.
Yeah, none of my business to try and confront that. I'm happy to do whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then we go from that heavy scene to
Tucker!
Tucker's getting initiated into Bo and Dean's frat.
Which is just iconic.
Also, it doesn't make sense because they're all supposed to be in the same grade. Tucker's definitely not a freshman. So why is he just now getting initiated into a frat? That's what you do. You normally pledge prior to your first year. We're
very valid point.
Again, we're buying into the Amazon magic.
Yeah. Take that and just throw it out the window because
there's no rules. The rules are whatever the script says it's going to be.
Yeah.
And the script says that Bo's going to be Tucker's big brother, which again, how? Because they're all supposed to be in the same year. At max, Bo is 1 year older. So
don't burst my bubble for that.
It's fine. The hazing is he's got to keep a fruit safe for a day.
Yes.
So they give him a grape and he's like, perfect. Like, yeah, I can do this. Absolutely. I was scared that y'all were going to make me like streak and run naked across campus or whatever. And they're like, we would never do such barbaric things. Then Dean takes a grape and eats it immediately. Yeah. And Bo hands him a strawberry.
They were so synced up. It was literally just like
they were sharing the one brain cell that they have. And I love them. I love the actors and their chemistry so much.
Oh, they've done such a good job of building chemistry between the characters other than Justin and Hannah.
You can't build what doesn't exist.
I have got to believe that is just strategic. Because every other character
gave them too much screen time to not have any chemistry translating on camera. But anyways, RIP to the grape. Now we're on to the strawberry. Anytime that he fails to protect his fruit, it will get replaced with a slightly bigger fruit.
Yes.
So at this point, the strawberry is also eaten right after. So now we've got a kiwi.
I'm sorry. So I did keep track of what fruits he had along the way. So I might jump in
other than the last one.
I might jump in with Tucker's up to a coconut.
And this is honestly, this episode is my favorite throughout, I think. Well, I don't know.
For sure.
I don't know. There's a couple parts that I like, but overall, I think it's got the most scenes that I enjoyed.
Yeah, this was by far my favorite episode.
The next scene is not one that I necessarily enjoyed because it is Hannah playing Justin singing her song to the music professor. And the music teacher is like, okay, well, this doesn't sound like you. Like, what are you trying to say? And then he gives this beautiful monologue about music and how it should make you feel and this and that. And it fully clocks to Hannah, which is why throughout this whole episode, she will be asking people, what does that music make you feel?
Yeah.
Answers will be judged harshly, and you will see.
Yeah, it's true.
So the music teacher gives her advice. She's like, got it. Yes, clocking in. Next.
In this scene, Hannah's eyes were just mesmerizing to look at.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Her baby blues are just...
That was the perfect color palette for her.
They're dressing them well. The girls, they are dressing really well. The guys, I can't say I've noticed much of anything.
I haven't noticed anything other than that Justin Cole wears the same jacket.
Yeah. So The next scene is Sean and Allie walking through campus, and Sean is telling Allie about a dream that he had about his childhood dog. And in the middle of his sentence, Allie just goes, I think we should break up. And Sean just goes, okay. Yeah. Then proceeds to be like, I'm not taking this seriously. Like, you do this all the time. Like, I've been through this like 2-3 times. I know the drill. Here's the 5 stages you're going to go through. And she's like, Sean, this is really happening. This is not like those other times. This is completely unique, one of a kind. And he's like, really? Well, the stage we're in right now is surprise fight, Allie, which is what's happening right now because you're trying to act surprised after you just dumped me. Then it's going to be eat her feelings, Allie. And you're going to eat all these Cheetos. Then it's going to be raging diva, Allie, followed by a complete and total breakdown, Allie. And lastly, late night phone call, Allie, where you call and beg me to take you back. And this time, I'm not going to opt into this. I'm actually opting out of this breakup because I'm not going to go sit around and get all sad and cry and hole up in my room playing Xbox. And then you call me in 36 hours. And then it's just like whiplash. Like, I deserve better than that. I'm tired of doing this with you.
That's pretty much bar for bar. Sorry, that was like mesmerizing.
Oh, really? Thanks. She says this line that just pissed me off. It's the only time I've ever been mad at her so far. And she goes, well, I'm sorry if in the past I've hurt you. What do you mean he just finished like a 5-minute long speech about how you've hurt him and how he doesn't want to keep going through this with you and that he loves you and thinks that y'all belong together. And you're talking about, I'm sorry if I've hurt you. Baby girl.
Babes, you have hurt him.
This man is over here talking about, I know you better than anyone. I know you're out of chapstick right now, which is why I went to the CVS to get you a new one. Now, clearly they weren't sponsored by CVS because he pulls up a bag with the chapstick in it.
No logo, nothing.
Nothing. Even the bag doesn't have a label. Yep. And she's like, I'm not out of chapstick and this is happening. And he's walking away and he just turns around and goes, yes, you are. And then she pulls out her chapstick and she is out.
So I actually put a note down of like putting myself in Sean's shoes. I feel like that was a valid reaction, but also putting myself in Sean's shoes, I cannot imagine continuing to go back to someone that you have broken up with so many times.
Have you seen Allie?
These are valid points, actually.
Keep in mind, her number one personality trait in the books is her loyalty.
Yeah.
Followed by her empathy.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. He does walk away and he says, see you in 36 hours.
Which was serving cunt, but I
was like, don't make me like it. And then my last note on that scene was, thank God they're over. Where's Dean?
I'm ready. I've been waiting.
I'm ready.
It's been 2 episodes. Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you? I need to see you.
And then we cut to Dean.
Then we do get Dean, which in the book, Garrett is at the gym. He's not hungover, which is crazy because in the book, after he finally gets Hannah to bed, he goes downstairs and is doing shots with the boys because he is realizing that he doesn't want to just be friends with Hannah. He wants to be fook buddies with Hannah at minimal, and he doesn't want to explore that. So he wakes up. He's not wasted. The boys are at the gym. It's weight day, baby. And he's struggling to lift weights because he doesn't want to process his feelings. Fair enough. In the book, Logan is the one who comes up and does everything that Dean does in the scene I'm about to talk you through.
The way that they've swapped things that Dean does in the book to things Logan, the way they've swapped those roles is kind of...
They have swapped Logan's personality. They have swapped Logan's chances and opportunities to show why he's Garrett's best friend and build out that relationship. And they have cheapened that and tried to ignore and underline that with just giving Logan the personality of yearner.
Jealousy. Yeah.
Yearner. I want what you have. You're rich. You've got a girl that is just a work of art, 10 out of 10, no misses. And I want what you have.
Yeah, that's true.
So another character assassination. But again, I don't like Logan, so that's none of my business. What is my business is the fact that Dean comes up to Garrett and is like, what, you can't even handle a little like 205 pounds, you weak ass bitch? And
keep going.
And so Garrett and Dean, they get pulled for a chat, if you will. They're in the villa.
Dude,
and
this
Garrett,
whole chat was just top tier.
And also, what happened to the backyard? Are we not the backyardigans? Like, why are we not doing
backyardigans?
What happened to our little group workout in the backyard?
I love that show, Lauren. Sorry, that was a genuine reaction from me.
So then they're working out in their state-of-the-art facility, and Garrett wants Dean's advice on the situation with Hannah, but he's trying to be like, it's not Hannah. Why would you think it's Hannah? And Dean's like,
which is crazy.
Right. It's not Hannah, the only girl that you spend time with on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And that I see the way you're looking at her. It's not her. Sure. Go on.
Yeah.
And so he basically is like, have you ever, like, I don't even know. He doesn't even say anything really, but he's like, this girl, she wants to do things and I just like don't know. And Dean's like, do the things, do all the things.
Yeah.
And basically, I don't even know if he ever really got the words out. But when Dean said, do all the things, bro, Allie girl, you are in for such a treat. Keep that calendar, honey. Spring's coming. Don't worry, this ice will melt. And Garrett gets a little hype up, like, you can do this, bro. And if it's her first time, because again, Garrett is not communicating well at all, so Dean is like grasping at straws.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if it's her first time, you know, she might not
complete the assignment.
She might not turn in her work.
Yeah.
And Garrett goes, not an option. She has to turn in her work. Dean immediately goes, respect. I just want to talk.
Is just so good.
Yes. And then Dean starts talking about consent.
Yes.
Consent is key. Yes, Dean.
I have the same note.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then they basically ended. They're talking about it, and I'm listening to the words coming out of their mouth, and I'm like, so why are y'all whores then? Why are y'all sluts? If y'all have this level of emotional intelligence.
Being a slut's easier sometimes.
I know, but use your knowledge for good.
Yeah.
And they will.
Yeah, Dean basically tells Garrett, you know, trust is everything. Make sure she's comfortable.
Which in the book, the ancient text, Logan is not the one. Logan comes up and is giving Garrett a hard time, but Garrett doesn't talk to him. Garrett talks to this senior who has been, he's had a long-term girlfriend. Yeah. Like, he is Mr. Maturity. That's who you go to on the team for advice. And so all of this is with Dean is split between, in the book, it was Logan and the senior. And the senior's like, trust is everything. Nothing is more vulnerable than sex. Like, make sure if they don't trust you, then you've got to build that trust, essentially. Yeah. Which is bars and also true.
And also a good message.
If only he could have cared enough that. If only he could have cared like that about Kendall. But hey.
Dude, if only. But hear me out. I want a Kendall storyline more. I want to know more about this diva.
Well, the way that Amazon has changed so much,
we might. Who knows? One.
Anything else about that scene you'd like to talk about?
No, I had a little commentary on the next scene at the beginning part of it.
So I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know that this is exactly accurate in what happened, but what I understand to have happened is that Hannah literally bumps into Justin at a coffee cart in his third outfit. Yes, thank you so much. And also it is short sleeve, just like everyone else. So love that for him. And he is talking about how she ghosted him and didn't reply to his text about coming over later to work on the song. She's like, yes, I would love to come over to your place later to work on the song. But really, she's like, oh, we're going to fook. And in the book,
I don't remember seeing that scene at all. You were saying that. I'm interested to see what my face was doing, because I was like,
in the book, midterms are over. Hannah's meeting up with all of her friends. It's basically the only time that you meet this extended friend circle. They're having coffee. She goes up to order her coffee, and Justin comes up to her, talks to her, and then this is officially when he asked to take her on a date. Previously, he's kind of hinted around it, trying to get the vibe on Hannah and Garrett.
Oh, yeah, and they actually make a plan.
Yes, yeah. And this time they actually make a plan. He buys her coffee, king, But in the book,
Bare
he does
minimum.
not thank the barista when he gets his coffee, which struck me and book Hannah the wrong way. So all of what happened with the coffee cart, cut out the extra friends, cut out all the fun. It's just the meat of the issue. They're gonna go out.
Oh, then I guess my notes were on the next scene. That scene was such a throwaway that I didn't even...
Because, like, it doesn't matter. You know that she's never going out with him and that this is really just going to be a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
And also at this point, like, in the book, yes, this is when they made a plan to have a date the following Sunday. But in the show, it's just like, oh, I'll come over to your apartment. We'll work on this fuck-ass song some more. And then the next scene, Hannah's like, I've got one more thing to take care of. The next thing to take care of is her in a low-cut dress from Allie. For the love of God, can we get this girl something that fits her?
Falling out of it, which, like,
it
all
is
the power
so
to
fun.
you, but you can tell she feels uncomfortable.
She's like pulling at the dress. She's in like these heels. She looks amazing.
Incredible.
But
I also want to say, as she's walking up to the door, oh my God, I didn't write down the name of the song, but the song that's playing, the lyrics were, "You're scared of love, well, aren't we all?" And it's basically a song that's like, you're afraid of love, but like, what if it's something amazing? What if you just like literally fall in love and find the one kind of thing?
The soundtrack again this episode.
It's called Vertigo.
Banger.
That's what it's called. Sorry. And I was like, wow, poetry.
just art imitating life.
Art imitating life right now.
Yeah, she walks in. She looks amazing. 10 out of
Incredible.
10. No notes. Perfection. Work of art. Masterpiece. He's there. He's in. Does he even have a shirt on?
He had on like a baggy t-shirt and sweatpants.
Yeah. Basically his uniform. So they go up to his room. She's like pulling at her dress. She's clearly uncomfortable with the dress she's wearing. Yeah. And he's like, do you want to change into something more comfortable?
Yeah.
And tosses her an oversized t-shirt, which in the book it's like, he's so big and I'm so small.
He's so little.
Which I don't mind at all. Who cares? He pulls a gentleman 101. Faces the wall, back to her. She changes and she's like, you're literally about to see me naked. You don't have to do that. And this consent king goes, yeah, but not until you want me to. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yes, sir, period. Then they have a very cute, funny moment, which in the book, in the book, Hannah is so freaking awkward because she's so nervous. And in the book, they've been watching Breaking Bad.
Yep. Can't confirm.
In the book, she changes into the t-shirt. They get on his bed. They're watching Breaking Bad. And then that is what they use to get them both relaxed. And then from there, things kind of take off a little bit. In the show, Garrett plays a song. Because he's like, you don't know how to set the mood. Because she's like, all right, let's get to it. Let's do this already. Yeah. He's like, you don't know how to set the mood at all. And I don't know how to say a complete sentence, apparently. He puts on a song and he's like,
she
oh
laughs
yeah,
at him too.
This makes me want to do my sexy little dance or whatever. It's so cute.
It was really cute, actually.
They do this really cute little dance and then they come together and then not that kind.
No.
And then the mood is set, the music fades out, and you just hear heartbeats. And in the background, faintly, you hear the most basic so-fi music ever. Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard that song before. Keep in mind, the cute song they danced to was a freaking Foundation song. It was just such a freaking
Was
bop.
it Baby Now That I've Found You that also played? Because there's a Foundations song.
I think it was.
I think it may have been. I also want to say, when he pulls out his phone, she's like, what are you doing? And he said, I'm trying to set the mood. And she laughs in his face.
As if her just being like, all right, you ready to work, bitch? Is gonna do anything.
Where your clothes at?
I see your clothes and I'd like to not. Thank you. So then the music fades, the so-fi and the heartbeats are going. Garrett literally like contorts his body in half. I don't even know how he managed to fold himself down so small to get eye level with Hannah. They get real close. He lets her initiate the kiss. Love it.
Wait, I just imagine that from the outside perspective, he's just like...
Oh, I bet it was super awkward in real life. I wouldn't know because
Sorry about that.
Any time.
Glad to know I didn't overreact. Anytime, keep going.
Because anytime that... See, you screamed and now I kind of lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
What was I even talking about?
We were talking about Garrett contorting himself to be eye level with Hannah.
It doesn't matter. The thought's gone, but it was going to be bars, and now we'll never know. It doesn't matter. They start kissing. Garrett says that they should stop, and Hannah's like, no, I don't want to stop. They keep kissing. Then they're on the bed kissing, mind you. She kind of has like a panic, disassociates a little bit, and they immediately stop and have a wee heart-to-heart. This is when the line from the book, nothing is more vulnerable than sex.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I literally wrote, because she was like, he stopped it. Mm-hmm. And she was like, no, let's keep going. And he was like, no, something happened. And she goes, what if I'm broken?
Which in the book, she had like a boo-hoo moment. She kept saying, I'm broken, like, whatever. And I want you to fix me, which we don't find our worth in men, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they kind of minimize that in the book.
Yeah, Lauren's not very comfortable with emotions.
Well, I just don't like the concept of like you getting your consent and your body violated and you thinking that it breaks you. Like, I just hate that.
It's sad, but I
understand it. It just makes me want to light that man on fire.
100% petition to do that. Yeah, and then he says nothing is more vulnerable than sex. So if you're not there yet, that's completely normal.
This episode is really basically just hockey whores showing their emotional intelligence, and then Tucker's over here keeping a fruit safe.
Kind of. I'm pretty sure he's up to a banana by now.
No, that's coming next. We don't know. We don't know what fruit is currently going on. Last we saw it was a kiwi.
Well, back to the eggplant.
Then I hate myself for that one. A different SoFi song is playing. What the fuck are the music choices for this scene? They self-complete.
They complete the same assignment on their own laptops
while maintaining intense eye contact. Yeah. And honestly, in the book, there's a lot of just like sexy time talk that's just like doesn't make it awkward. In the show, for me as a viewer, there's no words. He has like one line.
There was just like breathing.
It's heavy breathing and shoulders. And then at one point they show his abs, which we already knew about, seeing them. And then at one point they literally show his bare feet curling as he turns in his assignment, mind you.
I hated it so much.
They turn in their assignment at the same time, right before the due date, mind you. And it was, honestly, it wasn't super convincing, and for me it was awkward. No, I'm sorry, it's not you off campus. Heated rivalry just spoiled me, and that's that.
It was the lack of music. It was the just like intense, heavy breathing. Mm-hmm. I was like, I feel like I need to go somewhere else.
And like was it the split screen or were they cutting back and forth? I can't remember.
They cut back and forth. They didn't split screen. Thank God. Yeah, and then they are like, oh, let's eat some food.
Yeah. And then Garrett feeds her a piece of pasta
salad.
There it is. Because I was like, pasta? You're eating this from the fridge?
And I was like, no
heat.
Pasta salad is cold. Yeah, and I thought it was really cute because Hannah was like humming her song.
Mm-hmm. I did.
And
I wrote that down.
Yeah, and like doing a little shoulder movement.
She's feeling great
while eating, and I was like, wow, I feel seen. Also, it's crazy. She's feeling musical. She's humming.
She broke down some barriers. A barrier she didn't think that was going to be able to be broken down.
True. A barrier I wish was broken down.
And then Garrett starts talking about his mom, and again, he alludes to his dad being physical, and he starts talking about how music was basically an escape, and he would just like blast music to disassociate when his mom was getting beaten by his dad.
I just need to shut my mouth over here because I said something. I was like, a barrier I want to be broken. And then you were like, they're having a great conversation.
Well, you were
and I was
talking.
like, no.
You were talking about Hannah's ability to turn in assignments with an audience, with a group partner, which is totally fine.
I would the barrier I wishing was what the frick?
Do you know?
I wish that Garrett would learn to put his phone on silent is what I was leading into.
Yeah, my next note was Garrett, put your phone on mute for the love of Snapchat.
For the love of Snapchat, put your phone on mute because it once again ruined a very sweet moment between him and Hannah.
It sounded like he was about to try and ask her to be, a little something exclusive, a little something for real. Then, his notifications start pinging off and everyone and their grandmother Snapchatting him. And Hannah just straight dips. She supports the troops apparently because she thanks him for his service and then immediately beelines out of there.
She supports the troops.
Yep. Then we're back in Bristol House. Hannah and Allie are having a debrief. Hannah has already made it through cycle 2. She's already eaten all of the Cheetos. It was
really funny.
We're kind of cooked.
Because Hannah was like, are you sure? Like, I can go get your Cheetos for you. And she said, I lied. I already ate all the Cheetos.
And Allie is asking if it's going to be weird to be around Garrett now. And Hannah's like, no, we had a plan. We stuck to the plan. And there's going to be no weirdness whatsoever. Immediate cut to Garrett at practice with the boys saying, it was so weird.
Yeah, Tucker has a banana now.
I was going to get to there.
Bernard. I beat you to it. Bernard.
That doesn't
Bernardo.
Sound I think it's Bernardo because there's definitely
Bernardo.
an O. And Logan, just the most obvious man of all time, goes, yeah, girls don't really love it when other girls are sexting you when you're with them.
Yeah.
You're telling me you have the emotional intelligence to understand consent and all this, but you don't understand why Hannah dipped after all the Snapchat girly pop started showing up. What's not clocking to you? What's not clocking? Are you stupid or are you just dumb?
Both.
Anyways, Tucker has escalated from a kiwi to a banana. And then this random teammate, Garrett's like, I just don't understand, like, blah, 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 blah. And then this random teammate, who's not random, it's actually from the book. This is actually the teammate that gave Garrett the really good advice in the first place for how to approach Hannah.
That makes a lot more sense, actually, because I said, I love that they just gave 2 random guys lines.
Yeah.
And they're both speaking facts.
Yeah. And he was like, well, the reason you're overthinking this so much is because you didn't want that time to end with her. You like her.
Yeah.
Dummy. And then you can see Logan internally explode, but he goes off on ice to continue sucking ass at practice, which the boys do make a point to talk about how poorly he's doing at practice today. Can't imagine why. Unrelated. Dean comes up. Tucker's on ice still. He's been passing down Bernardo. Almost said the bandana. The banana, if you will. Trying to keep it so safe, but he does not keep it safe from Dean, who immediately eats it.
Immediately starts eating the banana.
Cue Tucker to come over and be visibly distressed, understandably so. The amount of anxiety I have about Tucker trying to protect a fruit this episode.
Yeah. I actually, I'm going to make a pretentious comment. Them taking their helmets off as they get off the ice and onto the bench pissed me off. Every single, and I understand they're speaking, the camera wants to see their faces, but they're literally taking their entire helmet on the second they get on the bench and then having to put it right back on to go out for another shift. That is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen.
Anything hockey related in the show is ridiculous.
I understand it from a director's point of view, but
the other...
It was giving... Sorry, this is my last thing. It was giving, let me pull over and check. That's what it felt like to me, which is a line from an F1 book.
Allegedly.
I cannot revisit that trauma at this
Great,
time.
we don't have to. In the scene, another hockey player is laying it out for Garrett and being like, you need to tell Hannah that you want to be with her. Go to Drunk Shakespeare and lay it on the line. Stop being a freaking coward. And he is also from the book. He also would have known Hannah from the bar scene, but that's neither here nor there. Then it cuts to Logan and Jules in Logan's truck, and Jules calls Logan out for having a crush on Hannah.
Yep.
Jules proceeds to give Logan just the most brutal wake-up call. They're like, Logan, you're poor, you're not very good at hockey, your chances of going pro after college are basically zero. Stop worrying about some random girl that you just decided you need to know biblically and worry about your future, my guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, and then Timothée Chalamet catches a stray at some point in that.
Logan
needed to hear it, and
I'm fine with
honestly, I needed to hear it as well.
Shout out Jules. They really won me over in this scene. I was like, thank you, somebody is saying it.
Yeah, Jules was like, do you want to actually have a career, or do you want to go work in the shop with mom for the rest of your life?
Yeah, because that's what it's gonna be.
I think the final bar, or the final line that Jules said was, if you're gonna pick a dream, pick one that actually matters, or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's for sure what it was.
It was close, if not exact.
Yeah.
And he decides to lock in. He decides to lock in by not showing up to be with the boys at Drunk Shakespeare.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah, I loved Drunk Shakespeare.
At that point, Allie was in stage 3, I believe, which is Raging Diva Alley. Specifically, Hannah says, hey, I think we're in Raging Diva Alley. And she goes, maybe we've turned the corner into Cuntsville. And then immediately apologizes. Yeah. And then runs off to yell at someone else. And I see you. Yeah. It doesn't take a breakup for me to do that. So, yeah. Yes.
Tucker is up to a coconut in the background of this scene. Mm-hmm. And also in the background of this scene, the coconut is broken and he is handed a pineapple.
Yes.
Okay.
Garrett sees Hannah across the room and is throwing heart eyes and has a little soft smile.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because Hannah doesn't see him and sees Justin. They go have a full frontal hug.
Full frontal hug was wild.
Full frontal hug. I said, oh, I see why we've got a TVMA on this show. I see that rating now. A full frontal hug.
It wasn't the joint assignment earlier. It's the full frontal hug.
Group work is imperative in college.
Yeah, you got to learn to work with a group if you're going to be in the working environment.
Also,
as someone who,
keep in mind, Justin is on another outfit. He's got a completely different outfit.
It's true story.
Turns out they do have money in the budget for him. Then, just frankly shocking change. They being Hannah and Justin, Drunk Shakespeare starting, they both go and sit on a couch, like a lover's couch.
A love seat?
If you will. He puts his arm around her and is whispering in her ear. And I'm like, I'm sorry. When did we start initiating physical contact? Because the only physical contact should be listed out in the feet away from you. She has to stay in the restraining order you got against her. That's the only physical contact there should be here.
I have a couple of thoughts on this. First and foremost, as far as Justin is aware, Hannah and Garrett are together. And for him to be making these types of moves on Hannah in front of Garrett is wild and lost my respect. Not that he really had it in the first place.
But Justin would never.
Second of all, at this point, I was like, okay, maybe he's got a fetish for people that are just fans of him. He just wants someone who is a fan of him to look at him and admire him.
Probably.
I've got to think that's the reason that he's still speaking to her.
Maybe.
Hi, Marlo.
Drunk Shakespeare is doing Midsummer Night's Dream, which is top tier. Everyone's there, as I said, except for formerly jealous, internally yearned, recently refocused Logan, who is on the ice shooting pucks deep.
Getting pucks deep out on the ice.
Garrett gets volunteered
100% and then 10 more.
The 4 core actors for Drunk Shakespeare got a infection.
Yes.
An infection, so they need 4 volunteers from the crowd.
Yes.
Justin and Hannah get picked. Garrett gets volunteered by Dean, and then Kendall volunteers herself to play Garrett's love interest.
Yup.
We love it.
Yeah.
Garrett then reads Garrett to absolute filth, talking about, oh, you don't have time for relationships. Meanwhile, you're out here dating Hannah.
Kendall reads Garrett to a filth.
What did I say?
Garrett reads Garrett to a filth. I was like, so that's not right, but I don't know what is right.
Garrett was already thinking it, maybe.
Yeah.
But Kendall was saying it to his face. I love Kendall too.
This show, Kendall is great.
This is one of the few changes that they have made to the show that I love.
Absolutely.
In characters. He apologizes because in A Tale Old as Time, now that he's experienced what Kendall felt with him, it actually registers to him how hurtful and painful that can be to go through, and that he would never want to experience that again. And that's on growth and life experiences, I guess. So they make nice. They start drinking together because it is drunk Shakespeare, and the drunker you get, the better. Anytime in drunk Shakespeare that an actor has to call for a line, everyone that is there has to take a shot, so everyone gets wasted pretty quick. Worried about all of y'all's livers, but that's okay because Allie,
college.
It is college, and irreversible liver damage is just a hoax.
Yep.
Allie looks like a fairy princess.
Speaking of livers, I'm not convinced she has one because her waist is gone.
The corset on that, in all my days, I haven't seen anything like that. It was insane to me. And she's got a healthy body, so I know she wasn't having the time of her life in that corset. But she looked amazing. She starts delivering this monologue.
Oh my gosh.
For the play. Then she starts having a crash out about missing Sean and how he always knows what she needs and how to take care of her while keeping it in Shakespearean language, mind you.
Yeah.
Everyone's a bit confused, a bit mesmerized. Dean is sitting up, locked in. He's focused. And she finishes her little monologue crash out. Dean starts clapping, and then everyone starts clapping. And then the actor that she was giving the monologue to calls for a line. Everyone takes a shot. And then it's just like this fun little scene pack, honestly, of everyone just having the most fun time and getting wasted. And at this point, I think Tucker has escalated from a pineapple to a cantaloupe.
I literally wrote Ticker. I was writing notes as I was watching, so I was trying to make sense of this as you were speaking. Ticker is upgrading fruits like their iPhones. Cantaloupe.
He's got a cantaloupe. He's basically falling asleep on Jules's shoulder.
Yep.
The drunk Shakespeare is wrapping up, but Garrett has to do Garrett or Justin, but Justin's scared and doesn't want to do it, which I understand. I also wouldn't want to do this. Garrett has to do a strip tease pole dance Magic Mike moment to compete for Kendall's affection or Kendall's character's affection. Justin then pulls a slime move, asks Hannah out point blank. She agrees immediately. And then she faces back to Garrett and Kendall and immediately is like, and gets a little jealous.
Girl, you just made a date.
Girl, what are we doing?
I also want to say Garrett's little striptease moment was I think it's like Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Kid Leroy.
It was Kid Leroy.
I know for sure it was Kid Leroy because currently he's kind of going viral for being at a Kid Leroy concert and the dance he was doing to the exact song from this striptease.
Is he the actor?
Yeah, the actor is. So I was like, oh.
I'm not on off-campus TikTok, sorry. I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
So then behind the scenes before curtain call, Hannah and Garrett are back there. They're about to take some shots together, mind you, and Hannah tells Garrett that Justin asked her out. He immediately looks like he wants to cry. And then they basically break up. Hannah's got tears in her eyes, but they're like, we had a deal and we completed the deal. So that's a wrap on our friendship, I guess. And then fucking Justin shows up at this emotional moment where they're trying to decide if they want to be real friends, something more, or what they're doing. Talking about they want us for the curtain call. Bitch, we're having our own curtain call right now.
Yeah. Read the room, Justin.
Look around, sir. But never mind.
Yeah.
Also, I have a note because I am first and foremost a hater. I said maybe Logan not being there is why everyone had such a great time. Yes, I'm a hater first and foremost. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. In the next scene, it's a joint pity party on ice with Garrett and Logan. They're sitting on a bench, having a little pity party, and then talking about how they both need to basically focus up about their dream of playing for the Bruins together.
Garrett says something that pissed me off so much. He said, Hannah was just a distraction.
Rude.
Fuck off.
Rude.
Oh, you wish you were still distracted, huh?
What happened to that emotional intelligence?
Yeah.
Did we use up the data plan for the month?
Apparently.
Then it pans back to drunk Shakespeare. Everyone is just drinking, dancing, coupling up, just having a general time of their lives. Allie is on a balcony looking over the crowd, founding member of the Lonely Hearts Club.
Yes.
She pulls up her phone. We think she's going to backslide because she calls a contact that is do not call, which I'm assuming would be Sean. But we don't know that for definite because she just walks out. She like calls him or whatever. And she's like, I know I said I wouldn't call, which should be a callback to Sean saying that she would call that night begging for him to take her back. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, the fact that they didn't show us, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way because she stood 10 toes down. But this is also the first time I've ever seen her break up with Sean. But I don't know who else she would... I don't know who else she would be calling because we haven't seen her with anyone else.
I actually know how that specific scene ends. And so I'm keeping my mouth shut as to not spoil anything for you.
I mean, it would make sense for them to get back together because in the book, they stay together. They're like fairly happy in Hannah and Garrett's book. But I mean, we're clearly not going off books here.
Yeah, because in the book, Dean and Allie's picks up at the end of Garrett and Hannah's. Like, Garrett and Hannah are together. Like, their whole story has kind of ended. And then Dean and Allie's picks up.
It just feels like a misdirect. It feels too on the nose, which I'm like, it is an Amazon show, so it probably is them just breaking up. But she also was still wearing his sweatshirt right before she went out. So I'm like, that's a pretty quick turnaround to just change his contact name to do not call. Nevertheless, Hannah and...
I mean, she did have, like, a whole thing of, like, I'm not calling him. Yeah. I'm not going to call him.
Yeah.
So I could see how she would do that.
We'll see next episode.
Will we?
Yeah, because it'll be episode 5. I can't imagine they would drop that for a whole episode. They're going to show us something.
I don't know. That was a genuine will we?
I mean, I haven't seen it. You've only seen episode 1 and 2 prior, so this is all for the first time.
Yeah.
Anyways, Hannah is carrying on her question of the episode, which is asking Justin why he loves a song that's playing. And he's like, I just love the song or whatever. Some like basic answer. She goes, no, I mean, what does the song make you feel? And he goes, I feel like I'm jealous I didn't write it first. Which is fair, but she immediately is icked out. Yeah. So immediately. And drops his ass, cancels the date. That's a wrap.
Yeah, we don't see her cancel the date, but she is like, yeah, about that. And then it's like a slow to her walking up the hockey house steps. And honestly, as a fellow avoidant, her looking for an out or an ick immediately after getting the guy that she's interested in, I relate to that. The amount of first dates I have canceled.
I
am embarrassed.
Her romanticizing a man and then being disillusioned so fast and being like, I'll never see you again.
Just kidding. It's getting a little too real.
I feel.
I can't keep you how you are in my imagination anymore, so I'm out.
Is this play about us?
Is this fucking play about us?
So then the next scene is her showing up at the off-campus house to tell Garrett that she likes him. I don't remember what song was playing, but I remember that it was amazing.
I also don't remember what song was playing. It doesn't matter.
No one's home. So she calls him, it goes straight to voicemail, and he's basically like, I don't have time to answer the phone. I'm at the rink. I'm playing the hockey.
No phones allowed on the ice.
I'm sorry. It's ice time, not phone time. Bro. And so she's like, oh my God, I think he's at the hockey rink. And so she goes to the hockey rink. He is shooting pucks deep, as you will. And you just hear overhead.
I love that we can
her singing a song, a foundation song, mind
Baby,
you.
Now That I Found You, Hannah's version.
Yes. Which, if you recall from their self-assignments that they completed as a group and turned in at the same time earlier this episode, that was a foundation song then. Yes, she is singing some acoustic song. She's got a full keyboard there.
She's in the PA box.
Which I'm like, why is there broadcast a full box? keyboard.
I also made a note that was like, I'm gonna ask the question everyone's avoiding: why is there a piano in the broadcast booth?
But like, that's none of my business. That's neither here nor there.
You know what?
Garrett does this number. He goes, and then he is slow running to her.
Well, yeah, he's got to run slow. He's in skates.
He's in skates, and we were both like, show me the guards. Show me the guards. Do you have the guards on?
I didn't see him stopped.
Show me your feet. You showed me your feet earlier, your bare naked feet. Show them to me now.
You showed me your toes curling as you turned in an assignment.
You're a hockey player. I know you're flexible.
Show me if you have skate plates on.
Throw that leg up in the air.
Show me if you have skate plates on. Show me if you have blade guards on. Skate guards, whatever the fuck.
And then she wraps up her song.
Yeah.
And it pans to the door and you see him, and then they just like smile at each other. End episode.
Yeah. At the end of the episode, Tucker had a watermelon. At the end of Drunk Shakespeare, he finished with a watermelon, and we didn't see him again. So,
rip. I wish I'd seen him more.
I just want to know where they're keeping the fruits.
What's your plus?
My plus was Drunk Shakespeare. The stage, the props, the costumes, everything was incredible.
I said, is this real, and how do I go to one?
I want to go to one.
I would love it.
That was your plus as well?
Yes.
Minus?
Anytime Justin's on my screen.
I said Garrett's ringtone. It's the same as mine, and it throws me off every time. Also, learn how to put your phone on silent.
For the love of God.
For the love of God.
What's your penalty box?
Sean's, see you in 36 hours. I hope we don't see you again.
So mine?
Until the Call Dean scene, that we better get the Call Dean scene.
In season 2?
If not in season 1.
They're not doing a whole storyline. They can't do their whole storyline.
I know. I feel like we'll only get the beginning of it, and then it'll tease season 2, which they are filming.
So my penalty box was the sexy time scene between Hannah and Garrett. It was not convincing. I don't know how
it was,
but as the music faded and became the heartbeats and the SoFi music, all of the chemistry and the Riz just left. Like, there was just no connection. It was so awkward to me.
The problem, also the problem was there were so many like heavy breathing noises that it pretty early on in this scene, I started imagining them in the box, like where you have to do the redo the audio of scenes, you know? I started imagining the actors in the box having to fake like breathe like that. Are you dying? And I was like, I don't think I could do that. Like, I genuinely think I'd be like, I can't.
I just wonder if the actor for Garrett got paid extra for showing his feet. I hope he did.
Did they have an intimacy coordinator in there for that?
They didn't need to. They barely even freaking touched each other. Like,
I don't know. We saw feet.
I mean, I assume that really every good production has an intimacy coordinator, but
we really haven't seen that
for a TVMA
that much nudity. I mean,
I'm not really seeing a TVMA.
We saw Garrett's butt in episode 1 and Allie shirtless in like a quick little scene, but that's all the nudity we've seen.
But I mean, they are just now getting together, so I'm sure we'll see why it's TVMA soon.
Yeah, I don't get why it's TVMA. I mean, I guess mature themes, assault.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sex. Yeah, that's probably where it comes from.
But we will see you next week because we've been talking for like 2 hours. So
an hour. Oh my God.
Told you.
An hour and 46 minutes.
All right.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
Bye.